Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and these are my Serie A predictions for season 24-25. We are going to see which teams get relegated, which teams qualify for Europe, and who is going to be champions. About 9 new managers at new clubs, so a lot of new faces coming into Serie A as far as the managerial appointments are concerned. There have been a lot of interesting transfers as well, so let's get right into it. Starting at the right bottom, we are gonna go with Venezia. They got in, they got promoted this year, but unfortunately I think they are gonna go straight back down. They have a new manager in Eusebio Francisco. The signings that they have made have not really impressed me, and I think they have quite a weakened squad as compared to the others around them. So I think it's going to be a very tough season, and I think they are going to be relegated, and I think they are going to get relegated quite early as well. I think it's going to be a tough season for Venezia, unfortunately. Number 19, I've gone with Hellas Verona. I think it's this could be the year that they get relegated. They have a new manager as well, and then they have lost an important player as well in Tehani Noslin. So I think, and Johan Cabal, who has gone and left to join Juventus. So they have lost the important players. They have lost their manager, and their transfer business has not really, not really inspired the fans or pundits, or it's not really looking good for them. I will be very surprised if they survive, and if they somehow do survive, I think it's going to be very, very tough. But as of now, I think they are gonna get down, go down. So I am predicting them to finish at 19th. And at number 18, the last team to be relegated, in my opinion, is going to be Parma. They were really good last season in League 2, but I think this time around they are new in a new league. The transfer business again. I just understand. I don't really understand that they have not really improved that much. They have not really spent the money, and the players that they have brought in, I think they don't really strengthen them that much. So I think they are going to be the third team that get relegated. On 17th, I have gone with Empoli. They finished 17th last year as well, so it's the same position for them, and I think they are gonna have the same season as well. They barely survived relegation on the last day of the season, and that too on the basis of a goal difference. I think it's gonna be the same type of season for them yet again. They are gonna be in a relegation battle, but I think Lady Luck is going to be on their side yet again, and they are gonna survive again. But it will be a troubling season for them, finishing 17th. On 16th, I have gone with Lecce. They finished last season at 14th, so it's a drop for them, 2 places down. But I think the squads around them, the teams around them, they have better squads than them, and I think that is going to be the reason that they come down. I like Gotti as a manager. I think he's a good manager. The transfer business here has been okay. It's nothing really spectacular, but I think they are gonna have a like last year they were in a bit of a trouble. They were in a relegation battle. I don't think it's gonna happen this year around. They are going to finish 16, but they will not really be in trouble because of Gotti, and I don't think they are going to be in a relegation scrap or anything. I think they will be just safe, not as spectacular, nothing or not threatening to go down. They will just safe at 16th. Number 15th, I have gone with Monza. They have a new manager, and they have an inexperienced manager in Alessandro Nesta, and I think this could be they could have a really bad season. I have put them in 15th. My mind was to even drop them below to 16th or 17th as well. They have lost important players, and their transfer window has been bad because the players that they have brought in have not really on the par with the players that they have lost. I think Monza could have a very, very bad season, and I think Nesta could get the sack quite quickly. I think they are going to struggle. I put them in 15, but I won't be surprised if they go down. I think their squad is okayish. The transfer window is not really good, and the manager, I think this could turn out to be a bad day for them. On 14th, I have gone with Cagliari. They have a new manager in David Nicola, and I really rate the guy. I think it's a great appointment for Cagliari. They were in a spot for the last season, but I think they are gonna have a good season this time around. Their transfer business has been okay. They have brought in good players, but the one thing that, and I would have put them a bit higher if that was just the case. If they did not had any major departures, but they have lost important players like Alberto Dosana and Ibrahim Soleimana, and I think that weakens them as compared to the other teams around them, the ones that I have put them above. So that's why I have put them at 14th. But I still think they are gonna be safe. There's nothing really going to be, a problematic for them this season. Number 13, I have gone with Genova. They were spectacular last season. It was their first season in Serie A, and they were really good. This season, I think they could finish even higher, but I don't think they are going to. I think it could turn out to be a second season syndrome where they have a little bit of a drop, but not that much. I think they are still gonna have a good season. They are gonna finish at 13 and have a respectable mid-table finish. Talking about new teams coming into Serie A and having great season, on number 12 I have gone with Como. I think they have an exciting young manager in Cesc Fabregas. And the signings that they have made, I mean, it is really good. They have brought in experienced players, and they have brought in young exciting players, and they have a really good score. The question is that how quickly can they gel together and start performing? That will be the only question regarding Como. They have their first game against Juventus. That's a tough game to start the season, but you would know how they are gonna play when you watch that game. I think that could give us a lot of indication how Como are gonna play. I personally still think they are gonna have a good season, and I think they are gonna finish in 12. At 11, I have gone with Udinese. They had a disastrous season last year around, but I think at this time around they are gonna have a better season as compared to others. They have a new manager as well. Their transfer window has been okay. There's nothing been spectacular, but if you look at the score as compared to the teams behind them, I think they have a better score. And with the new manager coming in, I think they are gonna finish at 11th. Number 10th, I have gone with Torino. They also have a new manager. Again, as I said, about 9 to 10 new managers in Serie A, so it's going to be quite interesting to see how much effect that is going to have on their clubs and on the league as a whole. Because too many, that is why it was too tough to predict, because you really don't know how they are gonna play. But on 10, I have gone with Paolo Bonelli. He was Venezia's manager, and they have now brought him in at Torino. They have had a good transfer window. I really like the way that they approach the window. They have brought in Zapata and Shea Adams, both good strikers. So I think they are going to have a good window. I have put them in 10th, but I would not be surprised if they, finish in the top 8 or top 7 as well, because I would say predicting the teams from 4th till 11th was very quite tough. I would even put Udinese there as well. I still think I would put them in 11, but they could finish in the top half, in the top 10 as well. So it was quite tough for me. And number 9, I have gone with Bologna. They finished last season in the Champions League places. It was a very a huge achievement by Thiago Motta and his staff, but now he has left. They have a new manager in Vincenzo Italiano. I really like him. I think he's a great manager, but I think playing Champions League football and then coming back to play your league game, it's going to be a bit tough for them. Their transfer business has been good. They have added a depth to their squad, but I still don't think it's going to be good enough for them, and that is why I think they are gonna have a drop this season, and they are gonna come down at 9th. Number 8, I have gone with Lazio. They also have a new manager in Marco Baroni. Their transfer window is not really has not really it's it is okay, I would say. It's not something exciting. It does not really excites the fans. They have not really strengthened the squad that much, and as compared to the other teams around them, because as I said, the competition is too much. So even one mistake, one wrong move could affect your places. They finished 6th last season, but I think with the business that they have done, they have not properly upgraded their squad. So that's why I think they are gonna drop down a couple of places at 8th. Number 7, I have gone with a Fiorentina. Fiorentina. They themselves have a new manager in Rafa Pellegrini, but yeah, in comparison to Lazio, I think they have had a great transfer window. They have brought in good players, and I think this could be the season where they finally officially finish 7, and like they have been finishing 8 for the last 2 seasons. I think this time around they can finish 7, and I think it's going to be a good season for them. They are in the Conference League again, so I am expecting a good season from Fiorentina. Number 6, I have gone with Napoli. They had like as compared same like Udinese, it was a disastrous season for them. 3 different managers in one season, and that basically ruined them up, and now they have a new manager in Antonio Conte. I think it's a great appointment, and I think he is going to bring them back into the top half. I still don't think that they are gonna get in top 4 or maybe challenge for the title this time around, because their squad is lacking some firepower. They're even in their transfer window, they have like only brought in 2 center backs. Conte likes to play with 5 at the back, so they have gone with that strategy. But the problem, the saga of Osimhen is still there. They are already, in my opinion, weak in the striker department, and if he leaves as well, then there is a big problem for them. So who is going to score the goals? If I would have been a Napoli fan, I would have preferred that the Osimhen saga gets sorted as quickly as possible before the team goes even into pre-season, so that even if he's going to leave, you can go ahead and buy a replacement. But they have not done that, and Osimhen is still a Napoli player. As I said in my preview, I would be quite surprised if he's still at Napoli. So that is why I think the scoring goals is going to be a problem for them. So that's why I have put them at 6th. Number 5, I have gone with AC Milan. They were the runners-up last season, but I think they are going to have a drop. They are going to be without their manager purely after 5 years. A new manager is coming in. And then they have Champions League as well. They are playing Champions League after a good amount of time, so that is going to have an effect on them as well. They have had a good window, but I think the fact that their new manager is coming in and they are playing Champions League for the first time, I think they are going to have a little bit of a drop from 2nd to going down to 5th. Number 4, I think it's going to be Roma. I think out of all the Italian clubs, I think they have had the best, apart from Fiorentina. I would say Fiorentina had a great window, but I think Roma have had the best transfer window. They have hold on to their squad, and they have brought in really good players, and I think I have put them at 4th right now. But this time, in my opinion, I personally think the top of the table is going to be really tight. Last year Inter ran away with it, but I think this time around Roma and the other 2 teams that I'm going to mention, they are going to challenge Inter quite closely. I think it's going to be quite a close league battle this time around, and I think Roma are going to be in the thick of it. I have put them at 4th just because of their squad being a little bit inexperienced, but I think they could go on and win the title as well. They have a really good squad, but they just have they're a little bit inexperienced, that's why. Otherwise, I think they have an amazing squad. Their transfer business has been really good as well. Roma on 4th, and number 3, Juventus at the same place last year. They finished 3rd as well. They have a new manager in Thiago Motta. I think that's an amazing appointment. I was really impressed with him at Bologna and what he has achieved in it. I think he's going to be really great at Juve as well. Their transfer business has been really good as well, and they have especially for Juve, because they always get in trouble due to their finances. They have gotten rid of a lot of deadwood players as well, and the players that they have brought in are really exciting, and they are still looking out they still are looking for wingers and attackers to come into the squad, and I think their squad could get even better as well. So that is why I am going with Juventus at 3rd. As I said, I think the top of the table is going to be very tight. They could go on and win the league as well, but as of now I am going to go with Juventus at 3rd. And number 2, I am going with Atalanta. I said in my preview as well, I think this could be the year where Gasperini and his team goes all out and they challenge for the title, and I think they are going to be the team that push Inter close to the title, and Atalanta are going to be that one. I think they have an amazing squad. They are still buying even now. Before I was making about to make a Romeo the video, I saw that they are interested in buying players from Torino. So I think they are making their squad stronger. They have already lost the Super Cup final to Real Madrid, so there is a little bit of a setback on that. But I don't think that they are gonna that's really gonna matter to them. I think the season starts for them this weekend. I think they are gonna have a good season, and I really think it's gonna be a tough, a tighter race for them with Inter Milan. And of course, the number one team, the champions who are gonna win the Scudetto, I think it's Inter Milan yet again. I think they are gonna be able to defend their title. Inzaghi has already come out and said in statements that the good teams win title, but the great teams are the ones that can defend it. So you already know what his mindset is. And I think the biggest advantage that Inter have over a lot of other teams, I would exclude Atlanta out of it, but you have your Milans and you have your Juves and you have your Napolis. Like all of them, they are coming in with this new manager. And if you look at the top 6, top 7, even at the top 8, you look, there are only 3 clubs in, like Roma, Inter, and Atalanta are the only 3 teams that that have the same manager as last season. So they have that bit of stability there. All of the other teams, they have new manager, new ideas coming in. So I think that is one of the reason that I have gone with Inter. Plus their squad is already brilliant, and they have gone ahead and they have added a good amount of players in their squad. So they have upgraded their squad from last year when they won the league 6 matches before the season was about to end. So that just like they got even better than before. But I think this time around it's not going to be as easy for Inter as compared to last year. They have added their depth to their squad. They have stability, but I still think it's gonna be a bit tough. But I still think Inter are gonna be the champions. They are gonna win the Scudetto again. So yeah, that is it. These are my prediction for Serie A season 24-25. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you agree with my predictions, or do you think somebody else is gonna win and somebody else is going to get Europe? Where did I put your team? Please let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 150 subscribers before the transfer window, and so there's like about like 13-14 subscribers to go, not that much. So please help me get to 150 before the transfer window ends. Up until next time, bye bye.